Fails on the turn. They're off. That's Wellwood Libby out in the middle of the track with Jano Queen. M.L. White came away third. Jasmine's Cheetah fourth, and Wellwood Libby takes the lead up on the outside with an early move. Jasmine's Cheetah, Jano Queen is third. M.L. White racing fourth. Nifty Mohawk is fifth, and it's Hustle My Way sixth. Bev's Folly D-starred and trailing the field. Apple Cart Annie. They go by the quarter-mile pole, 30 straight on the front end. The leader by a length, Jasmine's Cheetah. Racing second, Wellwood Libby by 2. Jano Queen is third. M.L. White fourth. Nifty Mohawk with an early move fifth. Bev's Folly follows up sixth. Hustle My Way is seventh. Racing eighth, Deb starred. Apple Cart Annie at the end. Into the half mile they go. Jasmine's Cheetah stays out there a tight length. Wellwood Libby second the half mile, 1, 2, and 3/5. It's Jasmine's Cheetah 3/4 of a length. On the outside, the challenger second. Nifty Mohawk. Nifty Mohawk shows on top, head and shoulders. Jasmine's Cheetah holds the rail, racing in third. Wellwood Libby, Bev's Folly out there fourth. Jano Queen Tuck fifth. Hustle My Way sixth. They're double-deckered into the 3/4. Jasmine's Cheetah regains a length lead now down along the inside. Wellwood Libby the threat second, racing in third round the turn. Nifty Mohawk. Jano Queen looking for an opening. They're in the lane. It's Jasmine's Cheetah. Coming on again is Nifty Mohawk on the outside. Jano Queen. Now it's Jano Queen getting the lead. Nifty Mohawk racing second. That's Jano Queen in front. Nifty Mohawk second. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Vicky Nordland along the inside, driving out. Rockabye Hanover coming away third as they look for position, and now settling in second. Trish on the outside between horses to the quarter. It's Our Day. 3 deep on the bend there was Sizzlin' Sister. They struggle for position. Sizzlin' Sister moves up on the outside to get that lead. Down along the rail, Rockabye Hanover. They went off the quarter-mile pole, 29 4/5. The leader is Rockabye Hanover racing in second. Sizzlin' Sister in third. To the 3/8 mark is Trish racing in fourth. It's Our Day. Vicky Nordland fifth. Taker's Choice is sixth. Speedy Limit seventh. J.G. Glory and Susie One Step. Into the half mile they go. Staying out there, Rockabye Hanover, the half mile in 1 minute and 4/5. Into the 3/4 on the front end, the leader, Rockabye Hanover, up on the outside to challenge second to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Trish. They go to the 3/4. The leader by a length is Rockabye Hanover. On the outside, Trish racing in second. Racing along the rail third to the 3/4 mile pole now comes Sizzlin' Sister, 3/4, 1:32 2. They turn for home. That's Sizzlin' Sister on the outside challenging for the lead. Rockabye Hanover along the rail. Vicky Nordland ready to pick 'em up third. They're in the lane. Sizzling Sister under a drive. Vicky Nordland is closing on the outside. Sizzling Sister, Vicky Nordland's coming on. A driving finish, Vicky Nordland. Feels on the turn. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead, Roller Derby Low Bell out in the middle of the track. Coming forward, Star Julie, who takes the lead. Roller Derby Low Bell is second. Racing in third round the turn goes Family Care. Classy Millie out there fourth. She'll tuck in fourth. Racing in fifth to the quarter-mile juncture goes Battling Queen with Chicago Switch sixth. Up on the outside now, Roller Derby Low Bell gets the lead, racing in second after a quarter in 29 3/5. Star Julie in third position and taking out of third. Family Care on the outside coming on to be fourth. That's Chicago Switch along the rail fifth to the half-mile pole. Into the half-mile, Roller Derby Low Bell stays out there a length and 3/4. Star Julie is second. Family Care third. Along the inside, Classy Millie fourth. Chicago Switch fifth. Shyla comes on sixth. Racing in seventh to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Battling Queen. Cause for applause is eighth. The trailing horse as they go to the 3/4 mile mark in Grace. Final 3/8 of a mile, the leader by a length and a half, Roller Derby Low Bell. On the outside, hanging second is Family Care. Racing in third as they go to the 3/4 mile mark now. That's Shyla on the outside along the rail. Into the turn, the leader by 3 lengths in the stretch. Roller Derby Low Bell racing in second through the lane. Comes Star Julie on the outside. Shyla moves up third. The leader is Roller Derby Low Bell. Shyla's closing on the outside. It's Shyla. Seven prime. They're off. That's Majestic Prize out sharply for the early lead. Coming away second was Turbo Booster. On the outside third as they drive for position, Tolstoy. 3 deep, Storm and Victory. And around the turn they go. Majestic Pride leads by 2.5 lengths. Racing in second to the quarter, Turbo Booster. Racing in third is Tolstoy as they go down to the quarter. Tolstoy on the outside gets the lead. Majestic Prize is second. Racing third as they go to the club turn. That's Turbo Booster in fourth position now. Storm and Victory on the move in fifth. BC Starman followed in sixth by Native Fashion Boy. BC Starman moves up to challenge Tolstoy for the lead and quickly goes right on by Tolstoy as they go to the half mile. It's BC Starman now. Tolstoy holds the inside second, racing in third as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. That's Native Fashion Boy racing in fourth. Turbo Booster. Majestic Prize is fifth. On the outside sixth. Impressive Brett racing seventh as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. Comes Storm and Victory, Prime Well, and HP Goose Into the 3/4, the leader 3/4 of a length is BC Starman. Racing in second, Native Fashion Boy. They turn for home. BC Starman leads. Native Fashion Boy is second, a wide gap to third. Finds Turbo Booster. The leader is BC Starman on the outside, closing ground now. Native Fashion Boy to get the lead. That's Native Fashion Boy. BC Starman second. They're off. That's What a Sport and Lightning Henry for the early lead. On the outside, coming away, Illini Billy as they drive into the turn. Up for the early lead now goes Lightning Henry racing in second. What a Sport. Illini Billy is third. Racing in fourth as they go over to the 1/4 mile pole. That's Do It Easy. Illini Billy's quickly up to get that lead. They go off the 1/4 mile pole, 29 2/5. Illini Billy rolls out to lead by 3 lengths, racing second. Lightning Henry, What a Sport, is third. Do It Easy is fourth. On the outside, fifth. Lake Hills Eric, followed in sixth by Mr. William, racing in seventh. The Wolf of Wall Street in eighth round. The turn on the rail. Skipper Z Glug trails. Illini Billy takes them by the half mile in 59 4/5. Racing second, Lightning Henry. Lake Hills Eric moves up third. What a Sport comes on fourth. Racing in fifth as they go to the 3/4. Dr. William into the 3/4. The leader by a length, Illini Billy tucking in second there. Lake Hills Eric advancing to the rear is Lightning Henry. They go round the turn, Illini Billy a length. What a Sport on the outside, second in third position. Lake Hills Eric Glug comes on strongly fourth. They turn for home. That's Glug pacing a storm on the outside, getting the lead. Along the rail, Lake Hills Eric moves through. Glug leads, Lake Hills Eric racing second. That's Glug in front, Lake Hills Eric second, Skipper Z third. They're off. That's Buho along the inside, driving out in the middle of the track. Comes Raven Charmer with He'll Be Lucky. Also on the move as they go to the turn, Boogie Woogie Boy. Coming away 3 deep into the turn, Didn't He Ramble. And around the turn they go. That's Boogie Woogie Boy on the outside, getting the lead. Didn't He Ramble moves up second, racing in third. As they go to the 1/4 mile mark, that's Raven Charmer. They go off the quarter, 29 3, and now Didn't He Ramble gets the lead. Racing in second position, Boogie Woogie Boy in third. Raven Charmer racing in fourth to the clubhouse turn. He'll Be Lucky. Buho comes on fifth, followed in sixth by He'll Be Adept. Didn't He Ramble opens up a 2-length lead on Boogie Woogie Boy. Buho quickly up to be third. They go off the half, 59 4/5. It's Didn't He Ramble leading. Buho moves up second, racing third as they go to the 3/4. Boogie Woogie Boy in fourth position on the mid-back side. Raven Charmer In fifth, He'll Be Adept with He'll Be Lucky sixth. Into the 3/4, the leader by a length is Didn't He Ramble. On the outside, Buho moves up to challenge second. Boogie Woogie Boy racing third. They turn for home. Didn't He Ramble leads by a length and a half. With Buho racing second, they're in the lane. Didn't He Ramble leads by 3 lengths. Buho racing second. In third as they drive through the stretch, that's Boogie Woogie Boy, but it's Didn't He Ramble. Buho racing second. They're off. Fine start with Raven Ability between horses. On the outside, Saros Hanover moves up. Also on the move is D.I. Gucci. They swing round the turn. D.I. Gucci moves up on the outside. Now it's Saros Hanover, the leader, racing in second of the 1/4 mile pole. Strike Me Rich, Raven Ability third. D.I. Gucci takes a tuck fourth. They go down to the 1/4 mile pole. The leader a length, Saros Hanover, driving from second as they go to the 3/8. Strike Me Rich. Racing in third position now on the rail. That's Raven Ability. He drives from third. Racing in fourth is D.I. Gucci on the outside. Fifth to the half-mile marker, Lyndon Charles. They swing round the turn. The leader by a length into the half-mile mark is Strike Me Rich. Racing in second position after a half and 1 3/5 comes Saros Hanover on the outside. Gaining ground is Raven Ability. Into the 3/4, Strike Me Rich a half length. Racing in second, Raven Ability. Saros Hanover third. Racing in fourth on the mid-back stretch, Lyndon Charles. In fifth is High Mahogany. They go to the 3/4. The field is tightly bunched. The leader, Strike Me Rich, a half length on the outside. Gaining ground second, Raven Ability. On the move is High Mahogany as they turn for home. In the lane on the front end, Strike Me Rich leads. Closing ground second through the lane. That's Raven Ability on the outside. High Mahogany comes on. It's Raven Ability. High Mahogany on the outside is closing. Raven Ability and High Mahogany. Fields on the turn. They're off. Fine start with Midnight Tolls for the early lead, aiming high between horses. On the outside, coming away was Tar Port Lane. Down along the rail, Star Dance, and around the turn they go. Aiming High gets the lead, Star Dance second. Tar Port Lane on the rim, third. Racing in fourth as they go to the 1/4, Midnight Tolls. The leader is Aiming High, racing in second position. That's Tar Port Lane. They went off the 1/4, 28 seconds. Aiming High leads. Tar Porta Lane Racing, second. Star Dance, third. Midnight Tolls is fourth. Racing in fifth to the half-mile mark now comes I'm a Light. In sixth position to the half-mile pole is Unnoticed. Vulcan Lady is seventh. Deep Woods Lady eighth. Racing in ninth position. Slurpee trailing the field. Out and About. They go to the three-quarters. Aiming High's had the best of it. He still does. A length and a half. Racing in second to the upper turn. That's Star Dance, 3 wide under, heavy urging, Unnoticed. Aiming High leads Unnoticed on the far outside, comes on second. Star Dance third. Vulcan Lady comes on strongly fourth. Deep Woods Lady on the far outside fifth. They turn for home. The leader by 3 lengths now is Aiming High. Racing up on the outside to challenge second with the rush, Midnight Tolls. Midnight Tolls gets the lead quickly, racing in second. That's Star Dance with Deep Woods Lady. It's Midnight Tolls, Star Dance. They're off. That's Burr Rabbit out sharply for the early lead. Coming away between horses into the turn was False Image on the outside, moving up to be third as they go to the quarter. Classy Fellow. Around the turn, Classy Fellow takes the lead. Burr Rabbit is second. Racing in third as they enter the stretch the first time. That's False Image. They go down to the quarter-mile pole. The leader by 2 is Classy Fellow. Racing in second, Burr Rabbit. False Image third. On the outside, moving up to be fourth, is Trencher. Coming on fifth as they go to the half-mile mark. That's Nifty Society. On the outside, Dr. Walker hustles up sixth. Borneo is seventh. Charge played eighth. Dirty Deeds is the trailer. They go off the half-mile pole, 1 minute and 4/5. Classy Fellow shows the way, racing second to the three-quarters. That's Trencher in third along the rail. Burr Rabbit far outside, gaining ground is Dirty Deeds. They go to the three-quarter-mile pole on the front end. Classy Fellow leads, racing in second. Trencher. Dirty Deeds comes on third. Burr Rabbit tucked fourth. Between horses fifth to the three-quarter-mile mark. That's Nifty Society. They turn for home. Classy Fellows on a short lead on the outside. Dirty Deeds gains ground second. Down along the rail, Burr Rabbit comes on third on the far outside. Closing ground now through the lane, Nifty Society. That's Burr Rabbit getting the lead. Nifty Society. Burr Rabbit. Along the inside for the early lead goes Lace Gimlet with Miley Fay Country Style on the outside. And off stride as they drive into that first turn was Lace Gimlet. And around the turn they go. Country Style gets that early lead. Miley Fay is second, racing up to be third as they go over to the quarter mile. That's Irons First. It's Country Style showing the way. Irons First racing second, in third as they go to the 3/8 pole on the rail. Comes Miley Fay racing in fourth position by the stands. That's Dallas Dolly. Irons First gets the lead, racing in second to the half-mile mark now. Comes Country Hanover. They move over for the 3/8 on the front end. Irons First leads, racing in second. Country Hanover in third to the half-mile mark on the outside. Dallas Dolly racing in fourth position on the rail. That's Miley Fay in fifth as they go to the 3/4. Enhancer. They go to the turn on the front end. The leader on the rail is Irons First. On the outside, Country Hanover challenging second. Racing in third position to the 3/4. Dallas Dolly. Now it's Country Hanover getting the lead. Dallas Dolly moves up second. Irons First is third. Racing in fourth, round the turn on the outside. That's Woodness with Lil Powell fifth. Country Hanover shows the way. Dallas Dolly racing second, in third as they drive through the stretch. Comes Woodness. It's Country Hanover leading. Dallas Dolly on the outside racing second. Country Hanover leads, racing in second. Dallas Dolly, but it's Country Hanover. They're off. Fine start with 5 horses driving out. That's Nate's Classy Ebony. In between horses, Fox Valley Voodoo with Sweet on Me. They drive for position on the front end. Nate's Classy Ebony gets the early, racing in second. Fox Valley Voodoo. Sweet on Me is third, up on the outside to be fourth. That's Pirate Ivy, who now tucks in fourth as they go down to the quarter mile. On the front end, the leader by 2 lengths is Nate's Classy Ebony. Racing in second position by the stands the first time. Fox Valley Voodoo racing in third to the 3/8. Sweet on Me in fourth position now. That's Perigo on the outside fifth. And going nowhere is Beat the Bet. They go round the turn on the front end. The leader by a length and a half to the half-mile pole, Nate's Classy Ebony. Racing in second position by the half-mile mark. That's Sweet on Me racing in third position now. Fox Valley Voodoo racing fourth as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. On the outside is Perigo. Into the 3/4 they go. The leader, Nate's Classy Ebony, under handling. On the outside, hanging second to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Sweet on Me. They swing round the turn. Nate's Classy Ebony, the leader. On the outside, racing second. Sweet on Me in third. Fox Valley Voodoo, they're in the lane. On the front end, showing the way, is Nate's Classy Ebony. Racing second through the stretch. On the outside, that's Sweet on Me. It's Nate's Classy Ebony closing ground. Fox Valley Voodoo. Nate's Classy Ebony, Fox Valley Voodoo.